harassed ahead of CWG. More seats, new courses in state teach schools this year.
Okay, thank you. Come, my friend. Okay. More seats, new courses in state technology schools this year. This one. That continues on page 4. One with one.
Good morning, everyone. Today topic is Moses new course in state school this year. The government engineering college polytechnic of the state will have the increased number of uh, increased increased number of seats with modern technical course. From the current academic session 2022 and 23, the All India Council of Technical Educational AICTE has approved the he had said enhanced seat as well as new courses. A state science and technology department secretary Lokesh Kumar told this newspaper that the AICTE has also restored 596 in the engineering college and 396 in polytechnic, which is had curtailed earlier. Hence, the total
Curtailed earlier.
okay, sir.
ठीक है.
Hence, the total intake capacity in the engineering college in 2022 in 23 will now be enhanced from the 8,740 in 21 to 22 to 10,865 in 22 and 23 as per the AICT
Provision. AICD provision.
AICT provision in the first year.
AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education. All India Council
Technical Educational. Provision in the first year of the engineering courses 5% additional seats above in the
sanctioned.
Strength are earmarked for the student whose parents or guardian have an annual income less than 8 lakh if these seats are taken into account. The total number of seats in the state engineering college will be 11,408 in 2022-23 session. Similarly, the total intake the first year class in government polytechnic will be enhanced to 12,685. The technical institution have also permitted by the AICTE start several modern courses from the diploma to per the demand of the secretary.
Next. एक बार बोले तो उसको कैच नहीं कोशिश क्या करो. Move to development multi-model.
Good morning, everyone. Today's article are Move to develop multi-modal transport hub near Patna junction. A multi-modal transport hub has been planned over 10 acres of land in Bakri Bazaar near Patna. GPO to provide seamless travel for passenger to and from Patna Junction. The proposal is likely to be table in the next board meeting at the Patna Smart City Limited. For approval before initiating the bidding process, the project will integrate various transport services like city bus service, auto and private cab under one roof. A detailed project report has been prepared. The final building design will be prepared by the Bihar State Building Construction Corporation Limited. On official site, it is a part of railway station area redevelopment project of the PSCL, under which a pedestrian subway and a bridge connecting to a multi-level car parking and activity center will come up the station road. As per the proposal, the ground floor of the building will have space for city buses, while the other floor will have space for private cab and auto rickshaw. The estimate cost of the project will be decided in the PSCL meeting. Harisita, the public relation officer to PSCL, told TOI on Monday. She said the bus parking stand near the multi-level car parking MLCP for the and for autos near Patna Jackson round about will be removed. That will reduce the traffic congestion on the road and people will use the public transport facility at the transport hub. She said it will be connected to the pedestrian subway, which will have the facility to travelers and is accelerator. So those who are traveling to and from Patna Junction will have a hassle-free passage through the subway. Even if they carry heavy luggage, Patna Junction will have access the multimodal transport hub through subway, which will also provide direct connectivity to the MLCP Harshita State. The construction work has already started for the 440-meter long subway, including 340-meter underground tunnel, which will have accelerator, travelator and walkway, fire extinguisher, light, LED screen and drain system. It is likely to be completed by December 2023 by utilizing fund on the turn of rupees 68.85 crore. That's all.
So fast, my friend. Sure. Time. Sure. Government realizes rupees 3.9 crore as fine from first-time booze offenders in the last 3 months. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone. Patna. After the implement.
तुम्हें तो आज ही निकल रही। हाँ, फर्स्ट टाइम उससे क्या हुआ? इसको पढ़ना है ना? हाँ, नीचे रखो इसको। हाँ, पहले रिलैक्स। After
implementation of the amendment, Bihar Prohibition and Excise Act 2022, the State Police and Anti-Liquor Task Force have released 13,391 first-time offenders after realizing fine between 2,000 and 5,000 from each of them as decided by the executive magistrates. The state government has collected nearly 2.96 crore as final since the since the amendment to the act by the state legislature on
on March 13 this year, and many
600 persons
persons have been
arrested.
arrested under Section 37 penalty as may be
Notified by
notified by the state government
failure
failure to pay such
penalty.
penalty shall in
Invite
invite a simple
imprisonment.
imprisonment of 1 month
Hmm.
on the act in the last 3 months, as per the data provided by the provi-
Prohibition, excise
excise
and
exercise and
registration.
registration department of the
613
17,613 first time offered
offender
offender arrested for
consuming
consuming
liquor.
13,391 were realized on payment
Released
released on payment on final
of
will-
fine
of fine will
while
while
729
729 were
sentenced to
sentenced to 1 month
imprisonment.
imprisonment. The maximum arrest 2.9058 crore was collected from 6,762 to first time offered as final in June. Around 375 persons who failed to pay the amount were sent to jail
for,
for a,
for a month,
for a month in June. According to
officials,
official 3,075 people were arrested for boozing in April, 5,887 in May, and 8,651 in June. The department collected Rs 52 lakh from the 1942 first time offered in April. Similarly, 4,747 were realized after paying to total of Rs 138 crore final in May. Deputy Commissioner Excise
Krishna
Kumar said,
ठीक, thank you. चलो इधर आओ. क्या हुआ तुमको? Youths are the fulcrum of the development in Bihar. Fulcrum. Fulcrum क्या होता है? Fulcrum, FULCRUM. Fulcrum. Youths are the fulcrum.
Good morning. Development in Bihar. Even as approximately 60% of the population in Bihar is below 25 years of age, the state, even as approximately 60% of the population in Bihar is below 25 years of age.
60%.
Yes, sir.
So, लिखिए दो इसको. 60% of the population of Bihar. 60%. 60% population Bihar less than 25, right?
Yes, sir. Below than 25%.
Less than 25. लेकिन पहले एक बार लिखा हुआ था कि 18%. 18 से 25 जो है वो ठीक आगे बढ़ेंगे.
The state is not able to utilize the human capital provided by the demographic dividend. If harnessed, youth pair to growth and development from the baby boomers generation has clearly established this in the Western world. Our context in Bihar reminds us that in our history, youth was pivotal from the time of young Chandragupta to Mahatma Gandhi's call to the youth during India's struggle for independence. The most vital what's this prerequisite in the
हाँ पे the most vital prerequisite चीजें मतलब कुछ चीजें होती है जरूरी चीज होती है prerequisite.
The most vital prerequisite in Bihar then is the necessity to focus on youth and comprehending them from different positionality. Youth is a formative as well as transitory phase. This section of the population, if provided with proper opportunities, will yield tremendous benefits, but if neglected, it can become a threat to society. The social construction of youth is in negative manner denying their agency and perceiving them as consumed by information communication. Technologies is unfair, especially by those who release their lives as former youth. We need to acknowledge and appreciate the agency of our youth. This necessitates understanding what is needed for them from their perspective. We must also know that there is no uniform youth as a category. Rather, there are multiple youths depending on the caste, class, gender, religion, and other orientation. We must ask what is needed: good educational institutions or mushrooming coaching and tutoring for our youth. It is very heartening to see young boys and girls prepare for different competitive examination to seek jobs. If these coaching classes are normal, then what are our school and colleges doing? Why is there a dissonance between the kind of skills for which our schools are preparing us and what is needed for getting employment in the same society? Thereafter, when we point to the lack of right values, we must first consider: did we provide the what's this? Here.
Reporter.
Repertoire for it. Schools need to be in shape, and value education is not binding on the coaching bazaar, or is it? Getting a degree by any means and then go to coaching centers. This itself is devaluing the education system. The history of Bihar is glorious. The geography is mostly fertile and people are hardworking, while other cuisines are identity frustration due to lack of opportunities opens the door for migration. Youth migration is a stark reality. More than half the number of migrants are in the age group of 15 to 29 years. Table D 05 of the last available census of India data shows that seeking education is the second prominent reason for migration of youth from Bihar after need for employment. Bihar, we must clearly recognize, has the highest rate of interstate out migration. Functional educational institutions providing good skills and values will be very useful. isn't it? Most of the youth was aspired to get a professional degree for securing jobs, as are forced to migrate for better education or buying degrees from educational institutions in other provinces. This shopping for educational degrees like other commodities. Therefore, in Bihar, mainly left only with a small proportion of youth, those who either cannot afford such education or chose not to migrate due to other reasons. The emphasis on youth research, although recent, is imminent because of the potential of this age group to shape not just the socio-political and economic sphere of one's community but also sustain moving of one's culture and values. This will help in good community engagement, better health seeking behavior, less conspicuous consumption or involvement in risk activities. Lifestyle helps control many physical and mental ailments. Community engagement will reduce what is the culture of youth today. Time pass hoping for something good to happen. If we have better skill development here in Bihar, our migrant laborers will also have better purchasing capacity for their labor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What is about Patliputra University extends date to apply for undergraduate admission.
Yeah.
हाँ, loud clear.
Good morning, respected sir, and all my friends.
Patliputra University.
Patliputra University has revised its administration calendar
नहीं,
for
admission.
admission calendar for the undergraduate UG regular and vocational course academic session 2022 and 2025 at its 25 constitute its 25 constitutes colleges and 30 affiliated colleges located in Patna and Nalanda districts. This move is aimed at enabling CBSE Class 12 students whose results have been declared recently to apply for admission. The university has extended the decline for online submission of admission form till July 31, said PPU Dean of Student Welfare DSW Proof AK Nag. According to Proof Nag, the academic session, which was earlier scheduled to begin from September 12, will now commence from September 15. He said all efforts would be made by the university to extreme and bring back the academic session on the original track from next year. The academic session earlier used to begin from July 1 every year. COVID-19 pandemic had adversely impacted the academic session. The university will now declare its first merit list on August 3 for both regular and vocational UG level course, while the last date for taking admission will be August 16 and its validation verification of documents by August 18. The second merit list will be announced on August 20 and the decline for taking admissions will be August 29 and its validation by August 31, the DSW said. The third merit list will be declared on September 2 and the deadline for admission will be September 12. Validation will be done by September 14. If seats still remain vacant, fourth round of admission on the spot round will be held between September 16 and 19. PPU will declare the merit list of the shortlisted candidate on September 20 and its validation will be done on September 25, Proof Nag said. The university is all set to begin its academic session from September 15 and its constituent colleges. The fee for online application in regular UG course is rupees 300 per head for the category student, while for while fee for online application in vocational 100 per head for to the government reservation quota policy in admission. Altogether, about 1.20 lakh students will be admitted to both regular and vocational UG level course in the 2025 to 22 to 25 academic session.
ठीक, thank you. Tech Mahindra.
Good
ठीक है?
morning, everyone. Tech Mahindra net falls 16% to 1,132 crore as margins dip. Mumbai software exporter Tech Mahindra on Monday reported a 60.4% slide in June quarter's net at Rs 1,132 crores as its profit margins narrowed due to a slew of factors. The Mahindra Group company, which is the fifth largest IT exporter in the country, had posted a net profit of Rs 1,353 crores in the years ago period. It is revenue grew 24.6% to Rs 12,708 crores in the reporting quarter as against Rs 10,119 crores in the years ago period. The operating profit slide 9.2% to 1,403.4 crores and the operating profit margins narrowed to 11th from 15.2% in the years ago period, maintaining that the company has delivered on its promises. Its chief executive and margins director CP Gurnami told reporters that there is still a lot of work to be done, and specifically mentioned profitability. He he said the company will work on all the available levels to improve profitability, and it is determined to deliver high number of on the this is critical aspects in the quarters ahead. During the reporting quarters, its margin dropped due to the investment it has done from a few fastenings per 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 expecting and also due to the supply side concern which typically stem from employee related except like higher hirings or contracting, he said. Thank you.
चलो 5G to overtake 4G.
Good morning, class. 5G to overtake 4G in net traffic in 5 years, says report. New Delhi 5G will carry more than half of India internet traffic, 56% in 5 years. This would easily surpass what rights on 4G network on data consumption by individual will grow over 1.5 times to as much as 50 GB per against the existing 20 GB according to a forecast made by Finnish telecommunication against decision. The data consumption in India will be second highest in the world after developed markets of North America and Western users by individual mobile users. Apart from growing cases of enterprise and business customers, the surge will also be enabled by new areas. These include immersive experiences around augmented and virtual reality, Internet of Things, IoT, gaming and video surfing, and smart factories. Additionally, there would be intelligent solutions and education, health, and governance. The growth of 5G devices, smartphones increasingly getting affordable, will also aid expansion of consumption according to the Decision Mobility report. It said that people in India have been dependent on mobile network to stay connected during COVID for both their personal and official education needs. Mobile network continue to play a pivotal role in driving social and economic inclusion. As services providers in India prepare to launch 5G this year, the government plans to begin the acquisition of 5G from July 26 this year. 4G companies as Reliance Jio, Bharti Infratel, and even the beleaguered Vodafone Idea are preparing for transition to the new age mobile network to drive in higher consumption and increased revenue per user. In terms of overall mobile towers in India, the report said that 5G will represent around 39% of mobile subscribers by the end of 2027 with about 500 million connections. This will happen as 4G subscriptions would start declining annually to reach an estimated 700 million in 2027 with users migrating to 5G post the introduction of services. In global terms, 5G is forecasted to account for almost half of subscription by 2027, topping 4.4 billion subscriptions. North America will lead the world in 5G subscription penetration with 90% subscription in the region expected to be as 5G over the next 5 years. According to a new study for research consultancy Omida sponsored by Edison, over half 52% of Indian enterprises survived want to start using 5G within the next 12 months. Thank you.
ठीक है, thank you. The Internet of Things. So, ये time कितना हो गया? Time? अच्छा. SEZ, Special Economic Zones. ठीक है? Revamps bill to provide.
Good morning, everyone. Today's headlines are SEZ. Say क्या?
Revamp.
SEZ revamp bill to provide clarity on taxes incentives. Government plans season on direct tax.
The revamp of
Special Economic Zone.
Special Economic Zones. SEZ is Special Economic Zones.
The revamp of special economic zones through the development of enterprises and service hubs bill will come with a physical package including the possible freeze on direct tax at 15% of unit and hubs until 2032 in the case of granified and brownfield investments. The plan deferment on the basic custom duties and integrated GST, IGST on improvements, improvised raw materials. In case of exports, IGST may be reviewed, but sales of the domestic traffic area will be required, and exporter to pay a basic custom duties on the raw material, and IGST of the finished product. States will have the options of offer incentives or official told TOI. The revamp comes nearly decades after SEZ were announced, with new zones coming to a standing after tax were the withdrawal more than decade ago. As part of revamp, the Commerce Department is looking certain mega manufacturing and service hubs, but it is seeking to replace net foreign exchange earning criteria with a net positive growth, with will be a mix of parameters including economic activities and the employment. Net foreign exchange earning with which was a basic parameter for classification of SEZ is not seen to become a complement to the WTO norms, while retaining on concepts of bounded zones, which are trained like foreign territories of customs propose. The Department is seeking provide flexibility in a movement of goods as personal. Government sources said Government source said the proposed legislation schedules to be introduced in the current sessions of a parliament, seeking to build the revenue departments, manufacturing and other operations, and in warehouse regulation, which focus on easing rules and compliances, science windows, single windows, clearness, and providing autonomy to local authorities.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
इसको इधर क्रॉस करो. Okay.